Hello geeks and she-geeks, I'm Flynn and welcome to another video. The Purge aired its first episode titled What is America? If you're a fan of the movie franchise, then you won't be disappointed. This episode showed every sign of matching the tone and style that you have come to love with the franchise. And I'm going to break it all down and try to uncover the mysteries before they unfold. But before we get started, be warned this video will contain spoilers. So if you haven't seen the first episode, then click the subscribe button, go check out episode 1, and come back and watch this video. Now for those of you that may not be up to speed, let me give you a quick backstory. In 2014, following an economic collapse and rising of social unrest, a political organization called the Founding Fathers of America is formed, overthrows the government, and is voted into office. And a new government and police state are established. In 2017, the 28th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution is ratified. This amendment establishes a 12-hour event known as the Purge, which starts on March 21st at 7 p.m. and concludes the next morning at 7 a.m., wherein all crime, including murder, becomes legal. Now that we're up to speed, let's break down the episode. Now, I am used to the movies where it only takes 15 minutes before we're thrown into the action. So for me, this show was very slow starting. But it's a series and a story told over 10 episodes, so it makes sense that the first hour would introduce and set up the characters. However, the last 15 minutes got me excited, and I'm ready to jump into episode 2. So we start episode 1 off with Penelope, who apparently has joined a cult. I'm sure it's a cult. Whenever you see people in matching robes wearing flowers in their hair, it's a good sign that you're dealing with a cult. And crazy is the second. This is also where we find out that she has sent what sounds like a cryptic and suicidal letter to her brother, where she explains that she is giving herself to the Purge and will soon join their parents, which we find out later were killed during the first Purge. So what is giving to the Purge? Apparently members of this cult offer themselves to be killed, believing that they can help cleanse the sinners of the world by sacrificing themselves to them, and in return for their sacrifice they will gain access to the invisible, which sounds like their version of heaven. But the look on this guy's face is telling me that he suddenly realized that maybe the leader of their cult wasn't completely honest with him. Remember what she said?
I will be your guide into the invisible, where there is no pain, only love.
Looking at the shadows on the bus, it's safe to say that he's experiencing a lot of things, but painless isn't one of them. And it looks as if Penelope is wondering what the hell she's gotten herself into. And I'm curious if she will follow through with this insanity or take the first opportunity she can to get the hell away. But whatever happens, I'm sure it's going to involve her brother Miguel, which we have seen is currently looking for her. Now, the beginning of Miguel's story actually gives us some more insight to Penelope. When we first see him, he is at a quote-unquote hospital. Now, I say hospital because I'm not sure if this is a rehabilitation center or a mental institute. But given the shady character that he's been interrogating to find Penelope, I'm leaning more towards rehabilitation center. It seems to me that Penelope is not doing well after their parents' death and probably turned to drugs, and eventually this crazy cult she has found herself in. Now, both of these characters are going to be interesting going forward because both are on the streets and will be giving us a good look at the events of the Purge as the nights play out. And with every Purge, there are hiders and seekers. While these two are seekers, our other two stories revolve around hiders. First off is Jane, who's spending her Purge night locked down on the 38th floor of her office. Her and her team are tasked with closing a deal before the international markets open. Now, it's unclear at this time what exactly her company does, but we did hear her boss, Dawn, state that they were in the business of making money. And what is the best way to make a lot of money? Dirty money, illegal trade, and unethical business practices. And Purge Night seems like the best opportunity to be successful with shady business deals. But we also learn that Jane has her own little mystery, and that involves the mysterious woman. Considering that her business with this mysterious woman happens only after the Purge starts, and involves a large cash transaction, we can only assume that their business would be considered shady, if not illegal, on any other night of the year. Now, my first thought was that she hired this woman to take care of her boss, Dawn. It definitely seemed that there was some tension between the two of them, but that seems too obvious and the writers may be using their relationship to mislead us. Then I thought maybe she's planning to have her mother killed. Now that seems very dark and twisted, but we really don't know these characters yet, and who knows what dark secrets they're harboring. Also, her mother's in the hospital and they're considered purge-free zones, so it would be risky at best to try to commit a crime there. And then I remembered this.
Oh, hey. Sorry, I just want everything to go smoothly with this deal. Thank you.
You're welcome. So Mark and I were wondering if...
About who's getting the VP position? This is not the time or the place to speak about it.
Well, it sounds like there's a vacant VP position, and I'm betting Jane is a candidate for that position. If so, it is possible that she has hired the mystery woman to eliminate the other candidate and competition. It's too early to tell, and I'm guessing this story may have some more twists and turns before it's over. And finally, there's Rick and Jenna, a young married couple who doesn't normally participate in the Purge, but decides to attend a party for the NFFA, in hopes of securing financing for a charity that will provide housing for the underprivileged. Their plan? Get in, mingle, make the deal, and resist the pitch to join the NFFA. But it doesn't take long before they begin questioning whether they should stay or leave. And who wouldn't after being forced to pick from a platter of masks that depict the faces of serial killers from a pre-purge time? It appears that Rick and Jenna have now found themselves involved with a secret society, and whatever goes on at one of these parties is probably something the general public is not privy to. Now, 12 hours is a long time, and there will probably be some sort of entertainment for the guests. Considering that this may be a secret society, that entertainment might involve torture and or sacrifices. And it might be the guests who are tortured and or sacrificed. And then there's this woman. Not sure who she is, but I'm sure that she is participating in this menage a trois dream sequence. And there's also this conversation between Rick and Jenna before they left for the party.
I hope there are no surprises tonight.
She won't be there. No worries.
I don't know what surprises they're worried about or who she is, but my first guess is this is the she they're talking about. Another mystery waiting to unfold. Now this story looks to me to be the most interesting. Who knows what crazy things will play out inside that mansion. And I'm convinced this story will have many twists and turns before the night ends. So I'm curious to know, what do you think about these characters and their situations? And do you think all of these characters will survive the night, or will one of them ultimately give themselves to the purge? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for me. Be sure to post your comments down below and I'll do my best to respond. If you like this video, then smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe. And if you never want to miss a video, then ring that bell. And we'll see you next time.